Hello everyone and welcome to this talk about city management and how we can help cities better handle citizen requests and inquiries. I'm Pascal Woodruff from Antopolis. Antopolis is a solution for smart citizen relationship management, and I'm a project manager and product owner for this product. So did you ever get the feeling that you're lost in your own city? Let me ask our fellow citizen here, Marcelo. Marcelo, what can I do for you?
Hello, Pascal. It's Marcelo, your friendly neighbor Odoo.
Hmm.
I just moved in and I need a official form to get into the commune here. Can you help me?
Okay, let me pull out the right form for moving in. Okay, I have different questions I need to ask you. Let's start with your name.
It's Marcelo. And by the way, I also need to book a lift so I can do my moving. Can you also do that for me while you're doing this?
Oh, for the lift, that's not me. It's the logistics department. So you're going to have to go to another building
Anyway,
next door to the
the
fifth
lift
floor.
won't be able to park there because there is a hole in the street. Also need your help to fix that.
Oh, the hole in the street. Oh, that's true. I'm not sure the logistics will be able to do something. That would be a complaint. Where do we file a complaint? Let me find the email address that you need to use for that. Let me
By the
see.
way, I'm planning a big party for my moving, so I also need authorization for that, if you can help me.
Oh, that's nice. The events are taken care of by the events department, but if it's a big party, you probably need to go to the police and warn them and file a request to the police. Would you need a map to go there? It's quite far away, I'm sorry.
Well, actually, while we are talking about that, it's gonna be a big party, and I need to leave my kids on the summer camp. Can you also do something for me about that?
Oh yeah, we organize summer camps, but listen, I'm a bit lost with all your requests. I don't think I'm going to be able to follow up on all of that. Could we go back to your first question, and then I'll ask you to come back another day for the rest, please?
Can I file a complaint?
So, if this scenario feels a bit familiar to you, even if we've exaggerated, it's probably because you have an administration that works like this, with different departments having their own different procedures. So, what happened here with our citizen Marcelo? Well, he was sent to a lot of different departments, which have each their own way of working, their own procedures. Some of these requests are even linked to each other, like an event which needs the intervention of the police, or needs to collaborate it with the logistics department for renting any equipment. Unfortunately, usually these different departments each have their own systems which do not communicate with each other, and they operate in silos. What does that have as an effect? A lot of duplication of data. The data is unfortunately outdated sometimes. One citizen can be replicated 5 or 6 times in different systems, and the data is not always aligned. There's an incomplete follow-up. Some requests get lost in the different departments. There can be double work, errors, and a lot of waste of time. So, what can the administration do to be more efficient? Well, instead of having this completely decentralized approach, we propose a transversal approach with sharing of data across all of these systems. This is what Antopolis does. It's an ERP approach to city management with different apps which are used by different departments. The data is shared, it's up to date, the follow up is complete because departments are able to collaborate with each other. The system is natively interoperable. There's a better communication between departments and the citizens, and time is being saved for everyone. So, what is Antopolis exactly? It's an ERP built for cities. It's based on Odoo, Odoo version 13 community, and we've created different specific apps dedicated to city management on top of Odoo. It's web-based, which seems standard nowadays, but for administrations, it's quite a step forward. Instead of installing software on each employee's PC, it's paperless, it's interoperable, modular, evaluative, and customizable to the needs of the city. So this project has started as a research and development project run by BHC. BHC is a historic partner of Odoo. We've been working with Odoo since the very beginning for more than 20 years. And after this R&D project, the company Antopolis was created as a spin-off in 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic. And we were rewarded in 2020 Innovation of the Year in Wallonia, which is the southern region from Belgium. The product has been built through co-creation with our customers and for our customers. And it's already been implemented at several fairly big and small Belgian cities, including Brussels for event management, CNEF for youth and extracurricular activities management, Aubange for citizen relationship management and interventions, Braine-le-Comte for also youth management, and many more to come because we have several proposals on the way. Here are a few of our apps which are dedicated to city and municipality management. First of all, citizen relationship management, CiRM, is our core functionality. I'll show you afterwards why, because it's quite of a central piece to the software. Citizen participation, this is a term that we hear a lot nowadays. Citizens want to be involved more and more in the decision-making process of their city, and this app allows them to share ideas and suggestions for improvements. Incident signaling, to allow people to report incidents or things that need to be fixed in the city, like a pothole in your street. Intervention is for actually planning the intervention to fix the problems that have been reported. Deliberation is for the decision-making process within the city or municipality to manage decision points and the sessions for making these decisions, like the town council. Cemetery management is also a part of it. Bus management for school buses. Document requests for ordering documents online. DMS for storing and managing the documents, and extracurricular activities. There are more apps that are actually in development, and so we are growing the software as we go. So I'll take you for a little tour of the different apps. First of all, citizen relationship management. As I said, this is a core functionality because it funnels all the citizen requests through one input channel, one big inbox, wherever the requests or the inquiries come from. So it can be from an email, from a phone call, a written letter, a comment on social media, or any other channel. The idea is that all requests come into this inbox and can get processed and dispatched to the different concerned departments. In this app, there's also a feature which centralizes all the communications that have happened between the city and a citizen in one place. So if you recognize this screen, it's the profile of a citizen, of a contact, and we've added a layer for viewing the history of all the interactions that the citizen had with the city, so you can easily find back who has communicated what at what time. On the front end side, we have a citizens portal where citizens can access all the information from their administration in one place. They can also make their requests from this place, so order documents, pay the documents online, receive their invoices, register their kids for extracurricular activities, suggest improvements in their city, and so on. Incident signaling. We also have a mobile app for citizens. We actually have two mobile apps, one for citizens and one for employees of the city. And one of the features of our mobile app is to signal incidents that you can find on the street. So you can take a picture and geolocate the problem and then describe it and send it to the city. You can also see follow up the resolution of this incident, because in real time you will see the workflow evolve and see if it gets actually resolved by the city through push notifications and more. On the back-end side, the city is able to analyze and prioritize incidents because they get an automatic rating of their priority and plan interventions by their teams. Citizen participation. So on the citizens portal, citizens can submit ideas, suggestions of improvements in the city, projects, any kind of thing, and they can also vote online for each other's suggestions, which will give a higher priority to the ones that receive the most votes. And on the backend side, similarly to the incidents, well, these ideas can be processed and taken through a workflow. Document requests. On the citizens portal, citizens can make requests for their documents. If there's a fee related, they can pay them online, and they can fill the different required forms, which are fully customizable by the administration. What's also nice with the portal is that based on one request, there can be a messaging between the administration and the citizens to ask more information about the request. And it's quite better than sending some postal mail back and forth in this way. Deliberations. So in the backend, from any citizen request, it's possible to generate a deliberation point, which means it will be a point on the agenda of the town council, for example, or some other decision organ, and it can be assigned to a department and a responsible person. Then all of these deliberation points can be tracked efficiently and go through specific workflows, and each decision is documented and can be tracked. It's also possible when the session has deliberated to send, print, and publish online the different reports from these meetings. For youth, we also have several dedicated solutions. Based on Odoo's events app, we've extended this app specifically for extracurricular activities that are organized after school for kids in the town. So Parents can register their kids online and even pay directly the related fee. They can manage their kids' profiles, their medical files, and they can also receive tax and insurance documents directly through the portal. We also have a solution for scanning QR codes for kids who would attend activities or daycare services and automatically invoice the parents based on the time they have spent at the daycare. Related to that, there is also a school bus management app, which allows to register kids for school buses and also print the list of passengers so you can make sure there's no kid missing on the bus. You probably want to see more, but unfortunately, I've been told we're out of time. There's much more to show. This was just a little tour, and we'll be really happy to make a more detailed demo if you contact us. So to summarize, why should you choose Antopolis? The advantages for citizens, there are many, is to have, well, a more efficient administrative process at their city and a smart way of managing their requests, an administration adapted to modern communication channels, and less paper, which has an eco-friendly side, less paper consumption, and going more towards digital tools. For cities, this solution will allow them to create more contact and proximity with their citizens, because when a city responds efficiently, that just makes citizens feel heard and more involved in the city's life. Reduce the silo culture in the different departments and help them work together and share their data. And they can co-create the solution with us because Antopolis is flexible and adaptable to their needs. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope now you're able to find your way through your city thanks to Antopolis, and don't hesitate to contact us for further information. We will now go to the live Q&A session and see you in a bit.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for being with us and thank you for following this talk. We have here Pascal that's going to answer some questions for us. So I'm going to look through the chatter and we're going to answer some of your questions. So the first one from Paolo is centralized database, problem with GDPR.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Centralized database. So yeah, I mean, GDPR is, of course, a topic that comes back regularly when we're talking with the public sector and with citizen data. But the answer is always that the city, the administration, takes responsibility for getting the consent of their users, of their citizens, for what they want to do with the data. Here we are actually currently implementing the solution with a city, and this discussion comes over and over again. And well, the main question is, how are we going to get the user's consent, and how are we going to make clear what we're doing with their data? So it's not the system as such that is the problem. It's actually the way to manage the consent and make sure the users approve what the data will be done, what we'll do with the data. So it's about really a good communication from the city to the citizens.
Okay, cool. That's very clear. Thank you for this, Pascal. So the next one is from Munir. So can your app manage several administrations?
Yeah, so I mean, the solution is based on Odoo, and for those of you who know Odoo, the solution is multi company. So we could potentially have several administrations on the same instance of Antopolis. That's not a problem. We can actually do both. Either set up a multi-company environment or set up a separate instance for each administration.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, both options are available. So is your app listed in Odoo apps? So odoo.com/apps.
Just to make clear, it's not one app, it's really a series of different apps. And no, we haven't made them available on the store for the time being. This could be done in the future, but it hasn't been done until now.
Okay.
But if this person is interested, of course, he or she can contact us for more information.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So is it one app or several apps? Well, this is actually the question you just answered, so that's perfect. And also we have another one, how the user consent, so how's the user consent, does it proceed? Is it in the system itself?
Yeah, so that's back to the topic of GDPR that I was discussing before. We do have one way of giving consent is when the citizens will create their own account on the portal. There is a consent kind of form where they have to check the box that they approve the way that their data will be handled, the privacy policy that the administration has.
Okay.
But other than that, it's really about this good communication that the city must have with the citizens.
Okay. Perfect. Well, here on the chat, we don't have more questions, but we prepared some, so I'm going to read them to you. The first one here that I have is, what are the challenges of working with the public sector?
Well, yeah, it's a pretty challenging sector to work with. Well, first of all, the first challenge is getting the contract because public procurement is quite a cumbersome and challenging process. It's quite also an investment in terms of time and effort to be able to go through the procurement, the different RFQ processes, and to finally get into the market. It's also a challenging environment which lacks a lot of digitalization, and so it's a real challenge in terms of change management. There's some reluctance to digitalize this sector, but that's also what we like about it.
Yeah, true. Okay, perfect. That's a very nice answer. Thank you. So how many customers are using Antopolis today, approximately?
So we have about 4 or 5 municipalities in Belgium.
Great.
And we have several RFQs that are in the
Pending.
stage of being responded, and we're growing slowly. And of course, behind these different cities, there are quite a lot of users. So we've started locally, but we are hoping to expand, and even, why not, outside of Belgium.
Absolutely, that's the goal, always evolving, and that's what I wish for you guys. So how do you work with the cities? What's your main approach?
So with the cities, we like to work in a collaborative way. We do not expect to have all the requirements written down and formalized, and then do our project and come back 6 months later with the delivered product. Since we're not at a stage where our product is really finalized and ready to install off the shelf, we really try to build the product with the customers collaboratively, doing workshops and gathering the needs of the customers, of the cities, and adapting the product to their needs. And it's really a win-win approach, because the client gets a product that's more adapted, and we get a lot of input to help the product evolve. So it's a win-win way of working with the cities.
Yeah.
And we also need to collaborate closely for integrating the software with their legacy systems, which is often a challenge because there are a lot of integrations that need to be done. But that's more or less like we do with Odoo projects.
Yeah, it is. Perfect. Thank you. I have another question here from Munir, who is asking for the contact details of your company. So I'll let you answer that on the chat afterwards. Is that okay?
Okay, perfect.
Perfect,
Yeah.
great. And I still have another question for you. So what is the feedback from the citizens and the cities who use it today?
Oh, well, we have excellent feedback from the current users. It's very positive.
Great.
Since we're digitizing a very non-digitized environment, well, people are usually super happy with the increased efficiency that the solution brings. And actually, just last week, we got a really nice testimony from a citizen who came to us. We were at a fair, came to us saying that we changed his life. So
That's what we like to hear. Great.
yeah, that's what we like to hear. So yeah, it's really,
Perfect.
really positive feedback.
Yeah, great. Well, I don't have any more specific questions for you, but is there something that you would want to add, or maybe tell something more to the potential future customers or people who might be interested in working with you?
No, the only thing to add is please get in touch, contact us, and we will propose a more in-depth demo because it was quite difficult in this short time to show everything. So don't hesitate to contact us.
Perfect. Well, this is the last talk of today. Thank you, Pascal, for answering the questions, telling all of this info to us. And well, we'll see you tomorrow for more talks, second dev audio experience. And thank you for watching today. Pascal, are you ready?
Oh, yes. So with Amy style, if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Bye, everybody.